What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Dawn of War Definitive Edition World Championship 2025. I'm once again your host, Dutch Minister, and today's video, we're gonna get deeper into the losers bracket. We did a part one last time. I'm gonna do a little bit of recap on that one, and then we'll get into the second part of the first part of the losers bracket, I guess we're gonna call it. So we're going to get into that. Guys, I have a spoiler filter on right now. If you guys don't want to watch the spoilers, just remember, get back in the former videos and actually do a little bit of catch up so you guys actually know what's going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will remove spoiler filter in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, let's take a look at this one. So, Alex UK versus Nick, that never happened. Alex UK versus Tanya, I think Alex absolutely cooked in this one. I think just in general, the gameplay from Alex was just more solid just overall. Tanya Filia never really, I felt like, never truly did enough pressure on Alex, and therefore Alex just moves on. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. And then, I can't believe we got this. So, I know, again, I'll repeat this, like, yeah, Eldar versus Chaos is definitely Alex UK who has the advantage, but I'm gonna just tell you right now, Alex was an underdog regardless of the matchup, but he played super well. I think he got Blast on just very, very small margins because Blast absolutely played super well in this one, but Alex just got on top, and it was very, very hard for Blast to truly beat Alex UK when Alex is just playing 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 performance. Alex is actually very deep into this tournament. He's definitely in here, potentially getting very, very far in this matchup, or not matchup in this tournament. We'll see though. Then, maybe I should also talk about Tanya Filia. I think Nameless just made a very, very big mistake in the early game trying to kill that Tau Commander. He did not finish him off. Tanya Filia got that out of here. Nameless just overextended, lost too many Seraphims. Alright, then we got Tornado versus Mihalish. This was a very, very tough one for me to cast because Mihalish went super crazy. Just tried to get Tornado absolutely the F out of here. And Tornado, he just prevailed. Tornado, in my opinion, is kind of like, if you can't like, that Tornado is probably the most mentally strong Tau player. He's definitely just one of the most disciplined players. You cannot break Tornado just easily. Tornado might have less high highs than someone like El Bandito, but his low lows is absolutely insane. Tornado, he prevailed. Mihalish has been too much like, you know, like, my head, I'm just gonna use it as a battering ram towards a wall, and it's either my head or the wall that breaks. And in this case, Mihalish's head absolutely cracked. Don't get too graphical in your head, but my bad. Tornado got this one. Tornado absolutely cooked in this one, so he moved on. Then I also want to talk about this. Scouty absolutely cooked in this one against Warden. I think Scouty was just aggressive from the get-go. It's actually kind of crazy how aggressive Scouty can play against Eldar players and just keep on that pressure. It did not work against Frenetic, but I just think, yeah, Warden just couldn't handle it, and it was just too much for Warden. He got killed. Scouty, as soon as he hit tier 2 and he started getting Infernal Pistols and stuff, Warden could not stand against that, and Scouty absolutely had a really, really powerful game in that one. Then we got to this game. I think Tornado, once again, this is probably the strongest game from Tornado just yet. Absolutely killed Scouty. I don't like Scouty. Actually, I didn't even think Scouty played bad. I just think Tornado played like A+ performance just in general. And as soon as the Tau player does that, it almost doesn't matter how good the SOB player. I just think it's almost impossible to break a Tau player like that. Well played to Tornado. So he moved on. And then this game, Jesus Christ, like Blast versus Alex and Aaron versus Tornado, those were the two games that just made me, like, I could not comprehend it. I was so exhausted after yesterday when I was casting that. Aaron just went freaking in, and Aaron Beast had a very creative way against Tornado, and I think Tornado actually got surprised. Tier 3 kicked in. Aaron Beast, I think he made some few macro mistakes, like not getting the globals in time and stuff like that. I'm not sure. Very, very small mistakes from Aaron. A little bit too, like, his macro was a little bit underwhelming. But regardless, Tornado absolutely played really well. There was a long time where I did not know how the game went, and I think it was only the last 3 minutes or so where I was like, okay, Tornado is gonna take this. Very well played by Tornado. I did not talk about like Tornado's teching and his macro. I think it was a macro win, but then again, it's very hard for Aaron Beast to actually get good macro in this game. But yeah, well played to Tornado. He moves on. Regardless of the matchup, he absolutely destroyed this one. I'll say thank you to all these players. Shout out to Nick, even. Shout out to Tanya Filia, Nameless. Shout out to Mahalic. Shout out to Warden and Scouty. Absolutely. Shout out to Aaron Beast and Blast. You guys have absolutely killed it. But I'll just say thank you to every single one of you. I'm very, very proud and super happy that a lot of you just showed up. Some of you guys are absolute superstars. So I'm super honored. But yeah, we have to say goodbye to you guys. Once again, thank you for joining the tournament. Now, let's get into what we're supposed to watch here. So Frenetic got a free win against Forgotten. Forgotten could not play more. I'm not going to get into it. So Frenetic gets a free pass, and he's in here waiting for his opponent. So his opponent is going to be either Den Superman and Ataraxia. I'm going to tell you right now, I am actually not sure how this will go. Maybe Ataraxia is going to meet his match because I think Ataraxia is stronger than Mahalic, but then Superman was absolutely cooking in this one. Then again, it's hard to tell because this is a best of one. This could go either way. I think Ataraxia is only slightly favored. We'll see though. And then we get like Frenetic and El Bandito obviously waiting. I think both Frenetic and El Bandito is very, very powerful players, but both have been kind of inconsistent. So we might actually see a full run from Dead Superman and Ataraxia. I'm not sure about this line here, how this will go down. Then we also got a lot of very powerful players down here. We got All Seeing Eye going up against Focus. I think All Seeing Eye will take this one. I think All Seeing Eye is just way too good of an SM player. And I think because of some of the bug nerfs that Necrons is suffering, I think SM is very favored in this matchup. I think it's like a 70-30 because of that. And so All Seeing Eye, he will be very powerful in this one. So think that we're going to get a game. And then, I don't know about this one. So Baltier versus Simile, that will be an absolute banger. I have a feeling. I don't know how Baltier will approach it though, because I don't think he has gone up against an IG player just yet. So this one might actually get a little tough for Baltier. We're going to see though, because Baltier, I'm not sure, because he's a little bit too crazy for my taste. I think Simile has been way too solid, but he might get surprised by the absolute insanity that Baltier has done this whole tournament. But I don't think Scout Rush works against IG. But then again, Baltier might actually prove me wrong. Yeah, I think Simile, maybe his biggest downside is that at this point, he must be very tired. He has gone through some insanity games, but we'll see. I think Simile is slightly favored, if not like significant favored. It depends on how tired he is. Now, obviously, these guys are gonna like the winners of these two best of threes will go up against each other here. I still think All Seeing Eye is the better player, but Simile can definitely surprise. I think All Seeing Eye might actually be a little bit too much for Simile. But it depends. I'm not even sure. We might actually get the student of Baltier Roshan up against All Seeing Eye, or maybe Focus will actually surprise. I'm not sure about this one. Obviously, we got Dantist in here who's going to wait for either of the players, and no matter who is getting through, it's going to be a nightmare for them. Without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start with Den Superman versus Ataraxia. It's going to be a banger. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Den Superman going up against Ataraxia, Tau Empire on Garvik's Imperial Ale. Interesting choice. I think there is a better couple of maps that Den Superman could have gone for, but he's gonna go for the Garvix Imperial regardless. On the bottom side, we got Ataraxia. Ataraxia is gonna go for Bone Singer, 2 Guardians, and Fleet of Foot. Meanwhile, on the top side, we got Den Superman with a stealth, 2 stealth teams, Earthcast Builder, 3rd stealth team, going with the jetpacks, and will get the plasma generator for obvious reasons. Let's see here what opening he does. Vespits is not a bad choice. I think actually Vespits is the best way to go about this one. We'll see. Also interesting that Den Superman is going for these this cap order. I would definitely say that this one is in contention. But maybe he can defend with Tau Commander, Vespit, or whatever his approach is. I would also recommend him to go a little bit offensive, but we'll see in this one. I think Yang had a little bit, not Yang, El Bandito had a good strategy to go on this one and decap against Yang Wenli in the quarterfinals, I believe. You can get a good timing, maybe go for this decap, but we'll see. He's not going for it. Let's see here. So, actually, Ataraxia, this is funny. Ataraxia is the type of guy who really favors the Rangers. I still don't get it. I think Rangers is a little bit off in this matchup, but we'll have to see. Rangers, I know Rangers can be good for disrupting the Vespits when the Vespits are going in on the plasma generator, but I just think Farseer is already helping out with that, but we'll see here. Does secure the outer point. Let's see. So no Vespits at all. Does upgrade the listing post though. Gonna get a good decap from Ataraxia. That's really, really good. I don't think Tau Commander can do enough damage towards Ataraxia's Rangers. Maybe he can get one kill. No, he gets out. I'm gonna go for the Relic on both sides actually for Den Superman. That's really, really good. And Vespits is also coming in a little bit delayed. Want to focus on the eco before he goes for the Vespits, not going for the Vespits instantly. He sees the Rangers. There's a possibility for infiltration, so want to get the Vespits to actually get in on the Rangers potentially. Tau Commander gonna take really, really good damage from the Mind Warp. And Stealth Team actually having to disengage. That's good by Ataraxia. Ataraxia, I would say, like, Den Superman has been a big surprise so far. But Ataraxia has definitely also gone in here. He was in the Brutal group with Frenetic and Dantist. The only guy he lost against was Dantist. So Ataraxia is no joke. But we see here, Den Superman had a very good game. But this, oh my god, what a shot here. Stealth Team just go down. Den Superman definitely a little bit in trouble. Farseer have to play a little defensive. She cannot go in here. Listening post is up, and the Tau Commander is also gonna do a little bit of damage. Upgrading this listening post. Then Superman going a little eco heavy. He lost this point, so I understand that. 68 to plus 10, same economy on both sides. Dark Reavers though coming out. Minefield being built, so that's good. Ataraxia is expecting these Vespits. Good decap by Ataraxia as long as he doesn't take too much damage. Farseer is gonna contest the Tau Commander. Oh, another Stealth Team going down. Not too good for Den Superman. Once again, Ataraxia is contesting both relics. This is really good by Ataraxia. Well played to him so far. Looks like the Den Superman is going in for the generator, already expected by Ataraxia. Yeah, this is really good by Ataraxia. I like this gameplay from him. Upgrading the listing post.
I am under attack.
Okay, let's look at the Farseer then, since she's under attack. But I think the Tau Commander is getting cooked here. Jeez, that mine was brutal. A little too much damage on the Farseer though. She's really greedy for the Tau Commander. Ataraxia might have made a little bit of a mistake. I didn't see, but I guess like the Vespits got a little bit. No, this minefield has not taken any damage, so Vespits just took a lot of damage from the Eldar army. Once again, Ataraxia is gonna deny this point once again. Not a too good situation for Den Superman. Den Superman, he's down here due to Blast kicking him out. So Dantist is a little bit in trouble. Ataraxia, I don't remember who he got kicked out of. I think it was Frenetic, but I don't know why I'm rambling about this, because this Vespid got almost one shot. However, this Ranger squad is also taking some damage. Then Superman gonna have to play a little bit defensive. Upgraded all 3 of his listing posts. Gonna get another plasma generator. No, actually chooses to cancel it. Wanna just get that tier 2 immediately.
Danger has found us.
Once again, Vesper's gonna go in here. That's a whole wipe potentially. Then Superman probably has red stands on him, so that's why he's going up against the Dark Reapers without controlling it that well. Needs to be careful with that. Wraith Tomb coming in for Ataraxia. I think he might actually make a little bit of a push. Maybe not a little bit of a push. He might go ham. No critical location on the side of any of the players except for this middle one. Ataraxia got the first one. Again, these Rangers are very efficient against these Vespids. Maybe that's also why Ataraxia goes for them. Or the Rangers. Because he can keep on defending against the Vespids with the Rangers. Okay, then Superman, I'm not gonna lie, you're definitely in trouble. 74 to plus 20. You are getting that tier 2, but I think Ataraxia is gonna do the same. 110 to plus 30. Ladies and gentlemen, that's an economy, that's for sure. Infiltration also coming in. Vespids are absolutely crucial, because the lack of stealth detection is a little bit of a problem. Then Superman getting out in time with the Tau Commander, but yes, less than 200 HP. I think Ataraxia is gonna make a hard engagement very soon. Let's see if there's any Bone Singers on the way. No Bone Singers on the way just yet.
Our minds work as one.
Let's see. Then Superman getting the advanced pulse rifle. No joke, that is really, really good. Gonna get the plasma generator once again. He might actually have to go for the global, but he does not have the power income to do so. Ataraxia, 150 to plus 20. I think he has the global as well. I don't know what then Superman is saying. He might be talking about lacking. I feel like he has said that for a while now. I don't know if that's what he's saying, but...
Incoming enemy fire.
Okay, once again, Ataraxia a little bit on the offense. Bonesinger gonna get in, gonna drop that Wraith Tomb. It feels like it's not even necessary, because that listening post is definitely going down. But then Superman is showing up. He's gonna defend himself. Got a lot of range on these Dark Reapers. He's absolutely gonna need the Vespids. Wait, hold on. What the hell happened to the Vespids? Yo, then Superman? That is bad. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's really, really bad. Got the Pathfinders in, though. As you can see, gives insane vision. Pathfinders are absolutely a menacing support unit. Let's see. Then Superman has garbage economy. 62 to plus 30. This is unplayable. And Ataraxia just keeps on... Wait a minute. Did he cancel his Soul Shrine? Or maybe I just didn't see that this was a Wetway Gate. 134 to plus 40. That's insane economy, by the way. Especially on a four point map. 4 strategic point map. Dark Reaper's taking some damage because of the snare trap. Nicely done by Den Superman. But he's under so much pressure. He's gonna try and push off Ataraxia's relic. Good damage once again on the Fire Warriors. Okay, marking, dropping on Ataraxia. He needs to get out. Decent reaction, but for some reason he stays here. Oh, Ataraxia, that is a little bit of a bummer. That's a little bit of a bummer. But Optics is gonna come in. Ataraxia is not playing around.
We seek the adventure that
3 Dark Reaper squad, all with commanders on, or Exarchs, I think they're called. Going for the Howling Banshees. I kind of F around with this. This is really good for tying up the Fire Warriors. Except for the Necron matchup, we usually don't see this, but Tau is kind of the maybe you can go the Howling Banshees. Ataraxia, even though the Vespids are gone at this point, at least he has the Pathfinders, so that's really, really good. But speaking of Pathfinders, I don't think... Densuman, you have to see this. Oh my god, not too good. Densuman is gonna make he's gonna lose this listing post. He cannot respond to this. Might look like he's kind of lacking, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, once again, this listing post is gonna go down. Howling Banshees might actually just get the decap off. Need more Pathfinders. Densuman needs that for detecting. He's gonna try and get back. Oh, but this Tau Barrack might actually go down. This would be absolutely atrocious. Actually, what the hell? Yo, Densuman, an LP3 is not really useful for you. All the Earthcast builders are gonna go down. I don't even know if the Pathfinder... Okay, the Pathfinders might get out, but the Tau Barrack is 100% going down. Broadside Battlesuit. I don't know about this Broadside Battlesuit. I must admit, that's a little bit of a weird choice. But Densuman plus 40... plus 50 to plus 40 power.
we are under enemy
Ataraxia keeps cooking. His economy is still real good. He's gonna get the reinforced armor. That's gonna be a nightmare for Densuman. As soon as that kicks in, that's gonna be a problem. 2 Howling Banshees. And Ataraxia says, F it. I'm not even gonna wait for the reinforced armor. I'm gonna get in here and absolutely murder Densuman. Too much units dying. Broadside Battlesuit is getting absolutely destroyed. The scream of absolute victory is coming in for Ataraxia. That is an absolute murder. And I think the story of Densuman surprising us all with his Tau is definitely over. Look at this absolute slaughter. The greater good definitely is not making this work. Howling Banshees are still on the front line, just reinforcing like crazy. This is really dominant performance by Ataraxia. Respect to him. That's really good.
We exist to avenge our sisters.
And then Superman still losing to these Howling Banshees. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even think... yeah, GG. I don't know if this is GG. Maybe this is PG, but whatever. This means that the game is just basically over. I'm just gonna fast forward. Yeah. Deletion of game. I don't know what Densuman is like saying, potentially complaining. Yeah. So yeah, this point being lost here, this is basically just the game is just over, ladies and gentlemen. The game is over. The stealth team's just dying left and right. So even if he kind of went for this point, he's not able to decap it because I think he actually lost like 2 of his stealth teams out of 3. He should still like fight for this, like with his like it's life or death just to get this, but definitely also losing the critical location game. So even the taken hold would be a problem. As you can see, it's less than 2 minutes. Stealth teams actually would have been very important in that sense. I want to get Densuman the benefit of the doubt that maybe he has lag problems.
We exist to avenge our sisters.
If I might support Densuman slightly, I will also say that he had a little bit of issues with like streaming and stuff. But it is what it is. If you cannot stream, you cannot play in this tournament. Period. So Ataraxia takes the first blow. That means he's gonna move on for some godforsaken reason. I cannot remember. I think it's Frenetic he's going up against. But we're gonna see. Maybe Dusty Minister's remaining mental capacity can actually just get in here. So, for some reason, I can't remember his opponent. I want to say it's Frenetic, but we're gonna see. Let's get into it. Ataraxia versus someone. Let's get it. Okay, right. So, Frenetic is actually the opponent of Ataraxia. I don't know why I forgot, but it's going to be an Eldar versus Eldar. Do you guys sense deja vu? I feel like we've seen this before. If you guys remember, we had Group C. I think these guys went on Quest Triumph and had a little bit of a back and forth. Let's see. Can Frenetic go a little bit and get his revenge up against Ataraxia? Last time, he got absolutely blown to pieces. Let's see if Frenetic can punch back. On the right side, or left side, we got Bonesinger 3 Guardians Fleet of Foot by Frenetic himself. He's gonna go for the Rangers and will also go for the Plasma Generator. On the right side, same opening for Ataraxia, I assume. Yes, he's gonna go for the Rangers and will go for the Guardian Squad. Already on the move. For some reason... No, okay. He's going for 2 Guardians, actually. So 3 Guardians on Frenetic. Where, as you can tell, Ataraxia's approach to this matchup is 2 Guardians and more firepower later down the line. Let's see here. Capturing this point and this point. Both players are contesting this one. Looks like Ataraxia is kind of losing this one a little bit. He has 2 low members, for Frenetic only 1.
We are here to fulfill our duty.
Okay, Rangers are already on the move for Ataraxia. He's reinforcing his Rangers, but so is Frenetic as well. Let's see here. This is actually kind of a problem for Ataraxia, that he cannot get this point. He's behind in map control already. He's gonna have to get this a little bit of an iffy situation. Yeah, Frenetic has a better position already.
We seek the adventure.
Being able to get this is super important. For Ataraxia, he's only getting these 2 points. Only 2 Guardians. This might be an advantage for Frenetic, by the way. Okay, Frenetic is gonna make a little bit of a punch here on Ataraxia. The Warlock is a little bit late here. He's not able. This is gonna be a nasty decap for Ataraxia. This is a very bad situation for Ataraxia. Looks like Ataraxia wants to punch a little bit back with a counterattack, but this is a nightmare for Ataraxia. Oh my god, this is rough. He has 2 points, and that's freaking it. Good decap for Ataraxia, though. That's a nice counterpunch. But Frenetic is 38 to plus 10. He's gonna get a little bit of map control. He's also a little bit behind because he's fighting 24/7. This is a mess. This game is just an absolute bloodbath. This is a dog fight, ladies and gentlemen. Ataraxia, a little bit on an awkward position. Frenetic is gonna do a little bit sniping.
Our minds work as one.
Ataraxia cannot get this point, huh? Man, this time 2 Guardians definitely is being a problem. Dark Reapers is coming in, but maybe Frenetic can actually, with a tiny bit better economy, actually also
What would you have
maybe fight back.
We are taking damage.
First shot being put here by Ataraxia. Oh my god, the grenade actually missed.
Retreat to the webway.
Okay. Oh my god, the grenade also got cancelled here. The grenade box is very real. Yeah, Frenetic is also getting the Dark Reapers. This 2 Guardians advantage for getting better army is backfiring for Ataraxia. He's gonna try to fight back though. Can Frenetic get his revenge? It might seem likely. Ataraxia is gonna get in. That's really good shots on these Rangers. Speaking of the Rangers, their morale dropped, but so is the other Rangers for Frenetic. Okay. This is a back and forth for sure, but this is a complete dogfight. There is no macro. This is just back and forth. We're just boxing each other to death.
The darkness has passed. Enemy fire.
Okay, Ataraxia has recovered 62 to +10. He's trying to get this point to be secured.
We are under enemy
But
fire.
Frenetic is also getting 68 to +10.
What would you have?
Okay, Ataraxia getting a little bit deep. He wants to kill this Guardian squad and interrupt this situation, but Frenetic is getting in here, tying up the Ranger squad. This is an absolute nightmare for Ataraxia. This is not a good situation. Meanwhile, these Dark Reapers are also in an awkward position. This is such a good situation for Frenetic. Yeah, and Frenetic's Ranger squad is in a way better healthy spot.
We are taking damage.
Both players, though, 68 to +10. Frenetic did a little bit of a counterattack here.
Leadership lies with us.
This is a messy game. No critical locations on each side. Even this middle point, they're just like, I can't capture that. I don't have time for this. Ataraxia is down in the negative cover. This Guardian squad will absolutely get murdered, but Ataraxia tries to go in melee to just buy a little bit time. Guardians are definitely dying in this exchange. No! Yo, Frenetic, you could have killed these guys.
Is your wish.
Mistakes on both sides. This is an intense game. 68 to +10
Fear the judgment
for
of the council.
Ataraxia. Trying to go for the relic. More Bone Singers. 74 to +10 for Frenetic. He's still ahead in macro, in economy.
Wanderers have returned.
Little bit of float also for Frenetic. He should probably... Is he looking for a tier 2? I hope he's upgrading his economy just a tiny bit. Just slightly. And looks like he's gonna do that. He's gonna go for that strategic point. He has a lot of float though. He can go for the tier 2. Yeah, and Ataraxia is gonna do the same because he's smelling a tier 2. That makes sense. Gonna get the Bone Singer in here and probably build this listing post. And Frenetic is gonna make a push. Now it's his time to... Nah, he's more patient.
Almost at its end.
Oh, Ataraxia is still having the Rangers. He has lost so many Rangers. He has been reinforcing them like crazy. Gonna try and kill the Rangers on the side of Frenetic. The game is not over. Frenetic looks in a decent spot. He looks like he's in a real good spot, honestly. But Ataraxia is not out of this.
Command me.
Tier 2 coming in for both players. Looks like they actually will
Into the fray.
get the Soul Shrine at the same time. Alright, did stop this. This listing shrine is like so close to just being finished. Okay, the Bone Singer came in here.
It cannot end this way.
Nice.
Is your
I love this game. Nice grenade. Hey, doesn't punish Ataraxia as bad as you would wish on the side of Frenetic. He's down in the heavy cover, but I don't think Frenetic cares. He's gonna make a push on the side of Ataraxia, and Ataraxia looks wounded. He looks like he's in a bad spot. Very bad spot, honestly. He's gonna get that second plasma generator only.
danger has found us. Almost at its end.
Once again, Frenetic better economy. And he's gonna get the optics, but so is Ataraxia. Yeah, they're completely timing each other in terms of tech. Looks like Ataraxia... What? That went absolutely wrong for Ataraxia.
Fear the judgment.
Yeah, that was a complete nightmare. And this is important because the Guardians are used to tie up the units on the side of Frenetic, and losing another point. More insult to injury for Ataraxia. Losing more and more economy. But Harlequin is out. But that Frenetic also has a Harlequin out. This Harlequin might actually swing in anyone's favor. Harlequin is jumping on Harlequin. Ataraxia's Harlequin is absolutely getting murdered. Frenetic is smelling a victory, I feel like. He's trying to go for it. This Harlequin went down on the side of Ataraxia. Meanwhile, the absolute kiss ability has been dropped. Ataraxia knows it. He has met his fate. Ataraxia is kicked out. Frenetic gets his revenge. Okay. This is the Frenetic I know. This is the Frenetic I know. Good micro, good macro, good decision making. A little bit of mistakes here and there, but that's fine. Don't sleep on Frenetic. Absolute monster. If he peaks, he's still got something to iron out. Like, there's a little bit that he needs to work on, but I think he's cooking. This is really, really good performance. Ataraxia, I feel like it was just the early punches. Definitely this cap order absolutely got him out of here. 2 Guardians. I think that is super greedy to go for this point. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, because this leaves, you know, 1 Guardian squad left. Like, you must be, expecting a push. You must be expecting someone to actually fight over this, right? So 2 Guardians was definitely a mistake. If he's going for this point, ain't no way that he can also think that he can get away with this while still capping his only points as well. Yeah, well played to Frenetic. This was some mistakes, macro mistakes on the side of Ataraxia. And even though Ataraxia was fighting like a lion, it was not going his way. Especially, like, I feel like the last nail in the coffin was kind of these Rangers, and it was just a matter of time before Ataraxia was going down. But Ataraxia was fighting it out. You could see a potential mistake from Frenetic, but he was not making hard enough mistakes. And let's just be honest, that Kiss ability to end the game was huge. Guys, let's see. Frenetic is going up against El Bandito. El Bandito has looked a little bit inconsistent, a little bit wounded, and it's not going to be easy. Frenetic is coming in with this type of energy. It's going to be rough for El Bandito. We're going to see, though, because El Bandito is no joke. There's a reason why he 6-0'd the whole group, and I can't say the same for Frenetic. Let's get into it. El Bandito, Frenetic. Will Frenetic get the comeback and maybe make a little bit of a run down in the losers bracket, or will El Bandito show that he is the true king of Tau? Let's get into it. Frenetic versus El Bandito. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So for this one, El Bandito is going up against Frenetic. And may we also have to say that Dusty Minister forgot that Frenetic has banned Tau. This is an absolute nightmare, I think, for El Bandito. Let's see, though. On the bottom side, we got El Bandito. El Bandito, he's going for 2 cultists, Heretic, and 3 cultists, Armory, and Plasma Generator. What is it now again? Yes, that's right. We got Nate Cold in the house. On the top side, we got Frenetic. Frenetic is gonna go for 2 Guardians. Fleet of Foot. Will he go for Rangers, actually? Yes, he will go for Rangers. Might go for the Infiltration, because he knows that Nate Cold does not have Infiltration. Or Detection. Early Detection. Obviously, Bone Singer, 2 Guardians, Fleet of Foot, Aspect Portal, and Plasma Generator. And I think already El Bandito is not messing around. That's why he's playing Blood River as well. This is a very aggressive opening. Is he gonna go with the Heretic? Yes! This is a turret rush on the side of El Bandito, and this might be a little bit of a nightmare. Let's see for Frenetic. Already taking loads of damage on these Guardians. Bone Singers are gonna die, absolutely get murdered. Needs to be very, very careful. Does secure this Listing Shrine, but he cannot finish the Listing Shrine, I think. Rangers are definitely gonna get detected here by Frenetic. Frenetic, he absolutely needs the Infiltration. Let's see. Frenetic is absolutely under pressure. What is this disgusting opening by El Bandito? This turret is an absolute nightmare. Let's see on El Bandito. How is home working for him? Only... what the hell? This is an absolute god-awful economy. That's why he's going this hard, huh? 26 to plus 10. That is god-awful. He is trying to reinforce a little bit too much, maybe. Let's see, though. Frenetic has his Infiltration. This is huge. And look at this. This heavy bolter turret is really badly placed. Should be a little bit closer here so he can deny both points. And that is an absolute mistake to absolutely lose his Nate Cold. That is really, really important. Cultists are already bashing out on these Guardians. Frenetic's economy, let's look at it. 38 to plus 10. It's crazy that he has better economy than El Bandito. 32 to plus 10. 44 to plus 10 for Frenetic. And look what we have here. We are going to get Wraith Tomb. And Dark Reapers are very much needed. We need DPS against this heavy bolter turret. Let's see how offensive El Bandito. He needs to be careful because these cultists will absolutely get murdered. Need to remember that this heavy bolter turret is gonna detect the rangers. Good Wraith Tomb. Wanna go for this heavy bolter turret? Needs a little bit more damage, I feel like. But looks like El Bandito is not wishing to actually contest this. This heavy bolter turret, did it actually pay up? I'm not sure. Let's see. El Bandito 56 to plus 10. Gonna try and get the relic. Let's see, is Netcold as broken as we might actually think? Or is it just Dantist who has maximized the absolute potential of Netcold? Frenetic is trying to lick his wounds. 68 to plus 10 for El Bandito. 56 to plus 10 for Frenetic. El Bandito, did he go too hard? 68 to plus 20 about to be. But his economy is kind of garbito. Compared to the fact that he's playing Cultist, Netcold, yeah, this economy is bad. No eco boom on the side of El Bandito. But El Bandito is kind of still gonna fight it out, maybe. But he has lost a little bit steam. Oh my god, what a punch here by Frenetic. Absolutely gonna deal a lot of damage to these cultists. Remember, no stealth detection for Eldar. Or for Chaos against Eldar. And look at this, these cultists are getting eaten alive. El Bandito, he cannot punch back. He can use the barrage command to actually hit these stealth units. Okay. Now Frenetic is getting in here. Had to cancel this plasma generator. El Bandito doesn't have the LP2s, and now he's gonna get in here and maybe try and tie up these Dark Reaper squads. But look at these cultists. That's again a complete bloodbath. El Bandito is absolutely getting punished here. Frenetic, he came to play. Once again, we have a Bone Singer trying to stop the tier 2, but El Bandito is not even trying to get tier 2. He cannot afford it. Heavy bolter turret being built for El Bandito. Frenetic has recovered his economy, 86 to plus 10.
We are under enemy fire.
Frenetic is just gonna see if he can actually make sure that El Bandito is not gonna get anything out of this. And once again, blindly hitting these rangers. He knows where they are-ish. So he's just gonna try and absolutely kill these rangers. This is crazy. Frenetic has to disengage. But look at this absolute insane investment that El Bandito had to do. This is so... this is very expensive. Super expensive. And this has delayed his tier 2 absolutely. There's not enough float on the side of El Bandito. He cannot afford anything at this point. And again, I don't know about this turret. I don't know about it. Let's see though. Frenetic is gonna make a move potentially.
Imagine what we have seen with our eyes.
Third plasma generator. Fourth plasma generator actually for Frenetic. I don't know. If he's gonna go for the global, that's maybe why he's going for the fourth generator. Interesting choice by Frenetic.
Have been built. Incoming enemy fire.
Tier 2 has to come. Yeah, El Bandito cannot, like, he does not have time for this. But you know what? Frenetic still have the option of Wraith Tomb. That is very important. El Bandito is, like, Frenetic is seeing that he's not even tier 2. So he can probably buy even more time. Frenetic, that is. Tier 2 a little bit delayed for Frenetic as well. But I think that's fine. If Frenetic knew how slow this tier 2 is actually in, like how far El Bandito's tier 2 is, then Frenetic would 100% get in with the Bone Singers. El Bandito just going nuts with turrets. Once again, El Bandito's trying to fight it out. Frenetic is definitely taking some damage, but he got good damage off on these cultists as well. Good micro as well by Frenetic just in general. 110 to plus 40. El Bandito has finally recovered his economy. He just needs that 4th generator, I think. That is nasty, guys. Once again, Brave Tomb is absolutely beating up El Bandito. Yeah, and El Bandito doesn't get the decap either. Frenetic is... he's turning up. He has progressed way better than any other player potentially in this whole tournament. He's getting better and better. He's cut out all the stupid mistakes. And now he's actually really in a good position. Let's see. I think he's going for the global if he doesn't already have the global. First optics, Fire Dragons as well. Support portal. He's so ahead. Just in general, he's just so ahead. It's gonna be a nightmare for El Bandito to actually get that comeback. But he's gonna go for the Machine Pit though. He is tier 2 finally, and tier 2.5 is coming in for El Bandito. An absolute annoying drop here on El Bandito's listing post. Brave Tomb is definitely coming in clutch with good value. El Bandito, he has to be careful with overstaying too much, because look at this amazing damage on El Bandito. Okay, good kiting though. Needs to be very careful. This is best of one. One big mistake will just throw you out of the tournament. Hell Talon is coming in, but once again, this Falcon is already out here. You absolutely need AV, El Bandito.
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
Okay, Sorcerer. Not a bad choice. Brave Tomb has already been dropped on this heavy bolter turret. By the way, this heavy bolter turret got absolutely useless. But look at this. El Bandito now has the infiltration, and there's no stealth detection on the side of Frenetic. That's good.
I understand more than you could possibly know.
I love Sorcerer. He has such a good voice line. Sure, he has good voice lines. Okay, Falcon is actually the thing that is being focused. That's good. Once again, these cultists are getting completely murdered.
Hell Talon, ready to serve chaos.
El Bandito, I think he needs Defilers, to be honest. Yeah, he's gonna go for the Defilers. That's really good. Plasma guns. And power source. I don't know about the power sword. Like, what does it actually do? Like, power swords work on aspiring champions, and it work. Okay, we have the Harlequin in here. Harlequin is a nightmare for cultists, because Commander Armor is so good against the Harlequin. Look at the Harlequin, just look at her go. Look at her go. She's getting in here. Will we have a kiss ability? We can land a nasty one, but no, we're not getting the kiss ability. By the way, this aspiring where's the aspiring champion on El Bandito's army composition? It makes no sense, honestly. Harlequin might take too much damage. I think this Hell Talon's command squad or commander damage coming in clutch. Fire Dragon's taking a little bit too much damage. Yeah, that power sword, I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's weird as hell. There's no aspiring champion. It does not work for the Chaos Sorcerer. I don't even think it helps out the Chaos Lord. No, it doesn't. I'm pretty sure about that. Shout out to Jagus. I think he was the guy who told me that. So aspiring, I don't know about this one. El Bandito, he just desperately tries to get this take and hold situation out. Yeah, Frenetic has all the critical locations. This is such a solid performance by Frenetic.
We are the flying squad. Chaos.
Finally get the middle point. I keep saying this about Blood River. Middle point gives such an amazing vision. El Bandito has to go on this side. He just has to be careful that he's not going to get split push by the Fire Dragons on this side. He cannot respond to that. Gonna regain his relic potentially. Yeah, the Fire Dragons are on the move.
2 minutes until take and hold victory.
Fnatic knows what's up. This is amazing. Oh, and again, El Bandito is gonna have good power eco, but I can't say the same for his requisition income.
What is your wish?
Heavy voltage turret around heavy cover. I don't know what the hell El Bandito is thinking with this. Wolf Spiders are also out. El Bandito is definitely doing his thing. It's not completely useless, but I think he might have met his match. Gonna see though, this game is not over. Hell Talon is gonna get focused by this Wraith Lord. What Spiders? Fnatic has a pretty good army. He has a very... Wait a minute. I didn't notice. Jeez, dude. Fnatic is tier 3. Guys, as soon as El Bandito realizes, he might absolutely quit this game. Maybe Fnatic is gonna kick out El Bandito. Will we lose another Seed 1 player? It is just clear survival. Fnatic is going in. He has had enough. Heavy cover might save El Bandito, but look at these Hell Talons absolutely getting destroyed. This is complete bloodbath. Everything is falling apart on the side of El Bandito. I think this is complete GG. Look at these Defilers, complete murder. Yes. Oh my god. El Bandito goes out. Man, El Bandito was... I don't know, he went too hard, I feel like. This early game was just really aggressive. Heavy voltage turret should have been way more aggressive. Just over here so you can cover both points. Also, those grenade launches, he just invested too heavy. The eco was absolutely basura, complete draka. Like, yeah, he never recovered from that. I felt like he was so behind in tech. Wraith Tomb was coming in clutch. And he just lost way too many cultists. He had to like reinforce them up. And also, like, you could tell he was inexperienced, El Bandito. You might say, I know El Bandito is definitely thinking that of Chaos, but I'm sorry. There's no one like Dantist. No one, not even like nobody is getting that Chaos level to Dantist. I think I'm of the opinion that even though Cultist, that Nate Cult is absolutely oppressive. Jesus Christ, that's absolutely disgusting. But if you're not an experienced Chaos player, with all due respect, it's gonna be a nightmare for you. El Bandito is out. Fnatic is the first guy to keep on surviving just for now. Let's see though, because we are going to watch the other games. I think that first game is going to be Alcini up against Focus. Let's get it. All right, guys, so we actually into the cross pick situation here, and we can show that once again. For this matchup, we got Space Marines versus Necrons. It's a best of one, so it's not gonna change. It is basically this matchup. Obviously, Focus is definitely going up against his biggest task yet. Focus has definitely done his thing in this whole tournament, but I think this might be his last stop. But I could be tripping because Focus has definitely done some things in here. He has been upsetting some very, very strong players, but we'll see in this one. Obviously, because of some bugs and stuff, this is a Space Marine favored matchup. For maps, though, I think it's very clear that the maps that Focus wants to get the hell out of here is Shrine of Exilion, Medium Mines, Tranquility's End. I don't think I have to explain. There's cover in every single 3 of them. There is 5 points in every single one of them. Some, I guess, is like slightly better than the other, but that doesn't give a damn. It doesn't matter. Alcini is absolutely going to murder Focus if he goes for any of these 5 points or any of these 5-point maps. Now, on the other hand, Focus want to go more for, you know, the kind of bigger-ish maps where he can kind of split push a little bit with his Necron Warriors and stuff. Battle Marshes is a good shout. Titan's Fall is a good shout. Very, very, very good maps. Both maps has the obelisk close to the base, especially Titan's Fall is a very, very powerful Necron map. I have said this publicly several times. I think Titan's Fall is absolutely the best Necron map, and All Seeing Eye absolutely will ban this out. There is no doubt in my mind. But I think Battle Marshes is not as bad, but you should definitely also ban that if you're All Seeing Eye. There's no doubt in my mind. Then we got a couple of situations here where it's a little bit gray area. I'm of the opinion that Fallen City is actually in like slightly good for Necrons because of the Slack deposit. It has 4 points. Again, fighting on both sides. We've seen Forgotten what disgusting things he has done on this map. And All Seeing Eye, I know that he personally absolutely despises this map. So we'll have to see though, because I think there's some cap orders for Focus that's going to be a little iffy on this one. Tranquility's End is also a very good shout for a good Necron map. It's not a bad map for All Seeing Eye either, but I think that's also a really good shout for Focus. And then there's the gray area. So as I'm recording right now, I do believe that Out of Reaches is actually slightly better than I give it credit for. I've talked with my boy Montana. He actually thinks this is a pretty good Necron map. I guess that he thinks that Necrons can move really well on this map. I will say though, with all due respect for my boy Montana, I think he's tripping. Because heavy cover in this map is really, really, really bad. However, I will admit, Out of Reaches is absolutely not a garbage map for Necrons. Don't get it twisted. Alright, and then there's some more like iffy ones. I think Blood River is definitely one that All Seeing Eye wants to get the hell out of here. Even though Blood River is definitely a good map, map for Space Marines, someone like Focus is absolutely not gonna troll in this one. Blood River is not a bad Necron map. A lot of people think this is a horrific map for Necrons, but it's only a horrific map for Necron players who just disrespects Space Marines. So that's what I will say about Blood River. And then there's Garvik's Imperial Ale. This is definitely a gray area. Same with Deadly Fun Archaeology. But regardless, man, let's get into it. All Seeing Eye versus Focus. Let's get into the bans. Titan's Fall should be a perma-ban by All Seeing Eye. He's going to remove that. Shrine is the worst Necron map. Instant ban from Focus. Okay, Tranquility's End is actually a shout. Fallen City. Okay, let's take a break here. So Fallen City is banned by All Seeing Eye. He's banned so far Tranquility's End, Titan's Fall, and Fallen City. That's interesting. Tranquility's End is considered a good Necron map because of the negative cover, but obviously All Seeing Eye is banning it out. I think that's a tiny bit too early. Fallen City, as I said, is actually not a bad Necron map, so I understand that. Focus absolutely needs to get Meteor Mines the fuck out of here, so that's good that he bans this one out. Let's keep on going. Battle Marshes is a good shout. So Garvik's Imperial Ale, Focus does not feel comfortable on this map. I absolutely understand that. Battle Marshes, on the other hand, by All Seeing Eye, is obviously banned. Looks like he's hovering Blood River. And this makes sense because I think Focus will, he needs to get Quest Triumph out of here. It's impossible for him to play on this map. Then Out of Reaches and Deadly Foreign Archaeology is gonna come down to that. That's interesting. Let's see. So Quest Triumph is most likely being banned by Focus, but we have to see. Waiting a little bit. As you can see, instant ban from instant ban Blood River and also ban from Focus Quest Triumph. So if I'm Focus as of now, I would absolutely get Out of Reaches out of here. But if Focus has the same philosophy as Montana, he might keep Out of Reaches. I think Deadly Fun Archaeology is a better map, less overt heavy cover, and I think it's kind of a good map for Necrons. However, Out of Reaches, you might be able to like teleport and like move better on this map. We'll see. Let's see what Focus is going to choose. Okay, so we got Out of Reaches in here. So Focus actually agrees, I think, with Montana. He thinks that Out of Reaches is apparently a better shout for Focus than Meeting of Minds, or not Meeting of Minds, definitely Meeting of Minds, but better than Deadly Fun Archaeology. Let's see in this one. I think this will be a little tough for Focus, but maybe he got some gameplay. Focus is no joke as a Necron player, but let's see. Let's get into it. All-Seeing Eye versus Focus. Let's get it. All right, guys. So Focus is gonna get a little bit of a tough task up against All-Seeing Eye. Let's get it. All-Seeing Eye is gonna have Out of Reaches for him. I think he got the best of this situation. I think he got some of the better maps that he could possibly get. Well, let's see how Focus is gonna have the cap order. Also, let's see what All-Seeing Eye is also gonna get a cap order. One thing I absolutely love about Out of Reaches is I think this is a very fighting heavy map due to 9 points and due to all kinds of stuff in this one. It's a very fight heavy map, and both players can do a lot of crazy, interesting cap orders. So we're gonna see on the bottom or the right side, we got Focus. He's gonna go for all his Scarabs and will also go for 2 Necron Warriors. He's been very offensive with his Scarabs. I don't think he can do it the same here. A little weird placement. I would like it closer to the potential obelisk with the generators, but that's just me. On the left side, we got All-Seeing Eye. Gonna go for 4 Scouts and Servitor. We'll go for the Chapel Barrack. And we'll absolutely go for the Force Commander. So, he's gonna go for this middle point. And already going to the outer points. He wants to absolutely get this one. But Focus is also getting this point. Interesting.
Yes, most beneficent one. What is your
Force Commander, absolutely not a horrible shout. Force Commander is really, really good. He just needs to be careful that he doesn't take too much damage from the Necron Warriors early. Good map control from All-Seeing Eye would be very, very much good for him. But Focus is already seeing him coming. He's gonna get that turret up. He needs the reinforcement of the Builder Scarab to truly get the efficiency out of this. Yeah, Focus is gonna get denied. Nicely done by All-Seeing Eye. He needs his army. He's gonna get the Necron Warriors.
Scouts ready. Position secure.
Okay, All-Seeing Eye already getting the map. Instant LP 1 getting in here. Gonna get this LP and this LP as well.
Scouts ready.
Focus will see if he can actually decap here, but it's not gonna work out for him.
Taking damage.
All-Seeing Eye actually reinforcing his scouts. That's interesting. Actually fighting in the heavy cover and denied his ghost turrets. That's really good. Looks like you want to keep on going. But I think Focus can definitely do something about it. But Force Commander is also coming in. Yeah, All-Seeing Eye is not playing around, but same with Focus. He's trying to tie up the scouts. I think the turret will get finished, but it's so close, actually. It does. No! That's not a finished turret. Oh my god, that is a disaster for Focus. And now the commander is getting in here, fighting the Necron Warriors. He is not playing around. Does finish the turret though. And now All-Seeing Eye is a little bit in a weird spot.
The enemies of the Emperor still
Hey, let's look at the economy for Focus. Only plus 50. Not even close to getting that extra generator. He definitely needs better economy than this. Alright, but does another Scarab squad. A lot of you guys actually think that losing Scarabs because they cost 0 power. Bro, you only have 1 production building and you need to build generators and stuff. I get 1 Builder Scarab, maybe the second one, but like 3 or 4? Absolutely not. Space Marine squad getting out for All-Seeing Eye. He's gonna go really, really ham in this one. His economy is 85 plus 0. He has 5 points actually. Want to try and destroy this obelisk. It's gonna take him some time. Plasma generator being built by Focus. Get that plus 70 ASAP for Focus. Otherwise, this is not gonna work out for him. All-Seeing Eye already fighting back. Oh, okay. Space Marine mass by Focus. Oh, yeah, sorry, All Seeing Eye. All Seeing Eye, in my opinion, is really freaking good in this matchup. You guys have seen how he handled a lot of, like, superstar players in Astro Heroes video. Even though I've been critical of that video, it is not completely off his... it's definitely a favorite matchup towards Space Marines. Okay, does deny this point once again. So now we only have 3 points for Focus. Does get the Summoning Core. He's plus 70, approaching plus 70, getting halfway with the Summoning Core. Oh my god, All Seeing Eye is just going nuts here. Focus with this investment here by All Seeing Eye, we absolutely need Flayed Ones, that's for sure. Focus is absolutely gonna take some horrific damage. He needs to teleport ASAP. It's very close, but maybe a little bit too late. And All Seeing Eye is focusing the Necrolord. This is the way to go about the Force Commander. Focus the Necrolord so you can deal very good damage to him and out-duel him. The Necron Warriors got absolutely obliterated. Did teleport out though. Obelisk upgrade. That's a very, very low Necron Lord. Let's see. I think it's in range to actually help out. Yeah, nicely done. But this Ghost Turd is definitely going down. What? Look at this. Focus is split pushing a little bit. Did actually deny this point and will potentially deny this point as well. That's gonna hurt All Seeing Eye's economy. But speaking of All Seeing Eye's economy, he doesn't give a flying F. He's 110 to plus 10, and he's gonna get Bionics already. So no tier 2 coming in for All Seeing Eye. That's a little bit not typical. But All Seeing Eye want to get very offensive with this one. But Flayed Ones are coming in for Focus. He absolutely needs to fight back. He absolutely needs the tier 1.5 push. He's gonna realize that All Seeing Eye is tier 1.5. Yeah, the Flamers are coming in. Obviously, the Bionics will get in as soon as the shiny shoulder pad is coming in as well. So he'll realize he absolutely has to match this. Flayed Ones is a really good shout. Force Commander taking loads of damage, but look at the Necron Lord. A little bit of a back and forth, but All Seeing Eye, look at him. He has 6 out of 9 points. And he has the take and hold situation as well. Every single one. And Force Commander got the Doomhammer in here. Targeting optics as well, or target finders I should say. So All Seeing Eye is going super offensive. No tier 2 at all. He's gonna mash Space Marine squad. We need Flayed Ones absolutely from Focus. This is a mistake going for the 4th Necron Warriors. I'm sorry. Okay, Obelisk though, getting good defense off. Necron Lord is so low, dude. Oh my god, good denial here from All Seeing Eye. Focus could not do anything about it because this listing post, he had to defend here. Focus, if you're going this hard on Necron Warriors, you absolutely need the Necron Warrior upgrade with the Disruption Field. Good decap though. All Seeing Eye not going tier 2. He doesn't give an absolute F. He's going Space Marine squad. He has already gotten, as you can see, 15 population cap. So he's gonna go absolute mass here. All Seeing Eye try to disengage though. This is not a good sign for All Seeing Eye. I think that Disruption Field, yes, it's getting in here. Oh. That's really good. Oh no, the Necron Lord. Losing the Necron Lord is really not good sign for Focus. But then again, he was very low from the get-go. And Crack Grenades is getting in.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, Crack Grenades are super very much needed. We're gonna get a decap. These Builder Scarabs are not surviving this. What? This is insane from All Seeing Eye. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Space Marine squads. Yo, All Seeing Eye? What is going on, brother? Okay, needs to be careful before the Disruption Field needs to get in. We're down in a heavy cover, and Crack Grenades are just gonna bombard Focus. This is way too much for him. Nah, this is so brutal. One Flayed One squad is not enough to handle 5 squads of Space Marines. Aussie Guy is going completely nuts. Down in the heavy cover, it's really, really good. Flayed Ones are carrying a lot of this. Upgrading the listing post. Tier 1.5 has kicked in for Focus, but I don't think this is enough. This is an absolute tragedy for Focus. Grenade after grenade after grenade, and just frying Necron Warriors for days. This is a complete collapse for Focus. He cannot survive this. He calls the GG. The game is over. I'll be real, Focus, I don't like his approach in this matchup here. I'll just be real. It wasn't like Focus just completely trolled in this one, but I think his macro decisions are not good. Too many Scarabs, by the way, are dying early. It's not game breaking, it's not losing Focus, but it is gonna make him a little bit behind in map control and stuff. He did deny up here, so props to him. It wasn't a complete disaster. Then the Necrolord, way too much damage very, very early on. Absolutely unplayable. I think someone like Astro Hero has called out the fact that if the Necrolord is getting body bagged very early on, it is almost impossible to win the game, and there was too huge of an HP difference. And obviously a Necron Warrior squad, before the tier 1.5 teleport was coming in, that Necron Warrior squad almost getting completely wiped. That was an absolute disaster. But the true like final nail in the coffin for my taste with Focus was he went for that 4th Necron Warrior squad instead of Flayed Ones. One thing that I just really don't get from like, and this is no disrespect, Focus is an amazing Necron player. You've seen him cook in this one. Also remember, he's playing at a handicap, like nerfed generators. He has no possibilities for going Wraiths that is enough, that like is strong enough. And so he's obviously nerfed in this case, but that 4th Necron Warrior squad, you guys know the fact that the more squad members of Necron Warriors there is on the field and how many squads there is, and then it goes into a calculation that just delays the fact that Necron Warriors are being produced later on. The problem is that the 4th Necron Warrior squad is so slow, you might as well just get 2 Flayed One squads and it'll probably be the same speed. That Flayed One squad was badly needed. When a Space Marine player plays like this, it's Flayed Ones, Flayed Ones, Flayed Ones, Flayed Ones, Flayed Ones. I repeat, it's Flayed Ones and more Flayed Ones. That is the best way to approach this. Flamers and like just sheer firepower from Space Marines is not enough for the tankiness of the Flayed Ones. I'm not saying it's an easy task, but someone like Aussie Guy is absolutely gonna be a nightmare to go up against, no matter what build order you're choosing. But this is the best way to go about it with Focus. That's at least my opinion. Guys, thank you. I'll just say thank you to Focus. I'll say thank you to every single player, guys, that joined the tournament. Shout out to Focus. You did your thing in this tournament, but this is the end of the road for you. Aussie Guy, he moves on, and he is going to go up against the winner of the next matchups. Let's get that one. Let's go. All right, guys. So again, we are on Balchir Roshan's stream. Balchir is gonna go up against Simile 15, and we are getting into a matchup that I've talked about several times is very rough for Space Marines. Let's get into it. Simile XV is definitely gonna remove the only type of maps that I would consider Space Marine favored. Which means Outer Reaches and Quest Triumph. Quest Triumph is not Space Marine favored. I think the only actual Space Marine favorite map, I've said it before, is Outer Reaches, but I think Quest Triumph is one of the better chances that Space Marine has. Shrine to some extent, maybe, But yeah, absolutely, Baltier Roshan is going to have to ban out more maps than Simile is going to do. When we saw Aaron Beast going up against, what's his name, Olsingai that we just watched, Quest Triumph and Meeting of Minds was the maps, and I think the third map was Battle Marshes. I don't know if Baltier will approach the same. Also, let's see if Simile is actually a little bit afraid of Garruk's Imperial Ale. That can give a little bit air to Baltier, I think. But let's get into it. Let's see what this one is about. Fallen City, insta-ban by Baltier. I don't think it's the worst map on planet Earth. Let's see what Simile answers with. Okay, this is, in my opinion, just a throwaway ban. I don't think this is a good ban by Simile. Getting this Meaning of Minds out of here, IG is definitely favored. I'm not saying they're insta-favored, like super favored, but they're definitely favored in this one. I am very certain of it. But yeah, and it's not like it's not that, you know, they're favored on most maps, but I think Meeting of Minds is one of the better ones for sure. Let's see, Baltier, what is your answer? So Baltier removes Shrine of Excellion, so he disagrees with me that it's one of the less brutal toxic maps, but that's fine. Let's get into it. Let's see. I absolutely think Outer Reaches should be banned by Simile. No doubt in my mind. Okay, he removes Quest Triumph. That's a good shout. Oh, Baltier, this is a mistake. I think Garruk's Imperial Ale is one of the less bad ones. But Baltier might not feel super comfortable on this map. But we have seen him play this one before, so he's not like new to it. I just think that his cap orders is a little questionable on this map, but that's at least my point. Blood River needs to get the hell out of here for Baltier. And Titan's Fall in here. I don't know why these maps are not banned yet. That is a potential nightmare for him. Let's see though. Simile needs to, yeah. Okay, so Simile finally get Outer Reaches out. I've seen Simile also talk about how Outer Reaches is definitely one of the favorite ones for Space Marines, so that's good. Let's see here. So Baltier removes Battle Marshes, and looks like we actually have a Deadly Foreign Archaeology ban. Interesting. That's fine. Now, what's left is Baltier. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is an absolute nightmare. Ain't no way that Titan's Fall and Blood River is left. I think this is a ginormous mistake. That's at least my opinion. Baltier might have a different focus, but absolutely, if there's one map that Baltier should get the F out of here, is Titan's Fall. Blood River is at least like a good Space Marine map, but it's an even better IG map. And Tranquility's End is no joke either, but it's not the worst I've ever seen on planet Earth. Let's see what Baltier's doing. If he bans, like, look, if he bans Blood River, Simile will absolutely get Tranquility's End out of here, and we're playing Titan's Fall. That is insane to me. Yeah, Blood River ban, Tranquility's End will be the next. I am not even, like, this is not even a competition. Baltier, he looks like he knows that he made a mistake. Yeah, Tranquility's End is absolutely garbage. Oh my god. Yo, Baltier, you're smoking something on this one. No offense, this is not a good map, but this is what Baltier has to go through. Let's get into it. Baltier versus Simile on Titan's Fall. Let's go. All right, guys. I can't believe we're here. I'm gonna stop dunking on Baltier Roshan, but this is a massive mistake by him. Let's get into it. Baltier versus Simile XV. 15 on Titan's Fall. The reason why this map is absolutely god-awful is because of spread out points. If you are going to defend on this map, Force Commander is getting too late out. You cannot go Space Marine Squad on, like, you probably have to go Space Marine Squad on both sides. This map is absolutely god-awful. IG can just be very, very heavy harass. Force Commander on one side, IG members on the other side, and he's absolutely able to compete on this one. Speaking of IG, on the bottom side, we got Simile. Simile, he's gonna go for 2 Guardsmen. We'll get that Tech Priest and 3rd Guardsman. We'll also go for the Infantry Command and Plasma Generator. We'll obviously go for the Command Squad. On the top side, we got Baltier Roshan. Baltier Roshan, Goes for 2 scouts. Okay. And Space Marine Squad. Will he do the All-Seeing Eye special, which is going double Space Marines? It is definitely viable on this map. If he goes for 2 scouts, he can obviously get both LPs at the same time. I think he might go for double Space Marine Squad. Let's see here, though.
Marine squad deployed.
Okay. Oh, he's capping with this Space Marine Squad and double Space Marine Squad. Interesting cap order. Let's actually see how this is gonna go down. Simile will get this outer point very, very fast. That's really, really good. On the move with the IG members, I think 3 guardsmen is definitely a good shout. Balchier Roshan is gonna meet the guardsmen. Actually, in this fight, scouts actually win due to morale drop of the guardsmen. And especially now that he's reinforcing like crazy. So he's gonna get back at Simile, I think. Simile might actually go on the offense at this point. We're gonna see. No, he's gonna use the command squad to get over here. Gonna go on the offense. We'll go in melee squad with Simile. Nicely done by Simile. Good choice. 50 to +10 for Simile. Whereas Balchier is the same in requisition, but 0 because he started with no generator in this one. He's gonna go for Space Marine Mass. Interesting. Very much funny that he just delays this one, but he obviously does this because he sees the command squad and the guardsmen on this side, but we might get a decap in here. Balchier, you have to react very, very fast, otherwise there's gonna be a decap. Nicely done, does block this one out. Balchier Roshan is gonna try and actually fight this one. So this is the other way that you can do. You can go 3 Space Marine squads and 2 scouts. It is an absolute nightmare for the command squad in long term, because there's too many guardsmen. Gonna have a little bit of a bash out. Simile wants to go melee. He does not want to go for a range fight. Balchier actually stops this relic capture. That's interesting. Again, this point is not going to be captured for a while for Balchier. Command squad try to find a builder. I think he has already... No, he has not killed a single one. That's huge. However, Simile's not playing around. He's going to go for this one, but we might get a little bit of a base race. That looks like Simile wants this fight, but he's absolutely not willing to take this fight long term. This is an absolute nightmare if he gets into this army, but Simile is gonna get denied here. Meanwhile, though, let's not play around, because Simile XV, aka Simile 15, my bad, has found a Chapel Barrack, and this is not good. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is an absolute nightmare when Balchier Roshan loses this one. This is what I mean. It's very hard to move around on this map. Balchier definitely made a mistake in choosing this one. Nice block. It's buying some more time for Simile. But this listening post is definitely going to get focused. When this decap happens, he has to decap this, I think, Balchier, and then he has to capture this one. He's definitely behind in eco. 56 to +0. Meanwhile, Simile is +80 to +10. And look what we got here. Tactical control getting in. So we're going to get grenade launchers for Simile. Listening post goes down. Chapel Barrack going down. That is a 250 requisition just out of here. Decap is going to happen for Balchier. Maybe he's going to capture this point and then go for this one, as I said. Let's see. Balchier, you want to get back into the fight? That's a lot of Space Marine squads. He's reinforcing like crazy, but his economy is so bad that I'm not sure he could sustain this. And now grenade launchers coming in, but Simile, Balchier has no way out of this. He's gonna take the fight regardless, because he cannot afford Simile just bullying his base. It's gonna go in melee. Good shout with the grenade launchers being a little bit behind. We have no tier 2 for Simile, so these grenade launchers aren't as hard hitting as you might think. Okay, Simile's going for the lifting post here. Balchier's gonna go for the fight. Simile's already ready for him with grenade launchers. Let's go.
The hand of the Emperor guides all.
Nicely done here. So the guardsmen are gonna take some brutal damage. Now you can turn on this command squad, but look at such good kiting by Simile. Really, really good orc walking here. That's really good damage on these Space Marine squads. And the priest is slowly kicking in. Balchier is not focusing the command squad. The priest will closing in. Let's see what Balchier's gonna do. 56 to plus 10. He's gonna finish this listing post. Let's see if he can actually fight it out on this guardsman squad. Gonna get in here. Nicely done by Simile so he doesn't lose the guardsman squad. Balchier is just trying to buy some time. He should focus the command squad, but the priest is now coming in. Balchier is trying to fight like a lion. He might succeed. Tech Priest is getting in here melee. Gonna try and buy some time for Simile. Let's look at Simile. He might go for tier 2. But no, he's investing so much in guardsmen. I think this is a mistake by Simile, actually. Scout squads are trying to buy some time, but actually just tying up the guardsmen. But Simile can turn around here, I think. Balchier's not having any of this. Hell no, you have a listing post in my base. But Balchier probably is forgetting about his scout squads. That's a wipe. That's massive. That is goodbye to the scouts. Oh, yeah, goodbye to the scouts. Simile, you need that tier 2, mate. And he's getting the tier 2. That's huge. Armory is coming in for Balchier Roshan. No signs of tier 2 because his eco is absolutely garbage. Loads of float in requisition. Gonna try and upgrade this listing post. He's gonna go for the save. But Simile's attacking on different fronts. Now going for this listing post. Who will get up against All Seeing Eye? Will Balchier Roshan get a mirror matchup against the person that he has learned a lot from as a Space Marine player? Or will Simile slaughter once again another Space Marine player and go up against All Seeing Eye? Simile has been such a dominant player in this one. It's only Alex UK who showed the way that he's the better IG player. At least in mirror. Once again, we have Balchier Roshan going for tier 2, but his economy is garbage. Like, he needs another generator, but he cannot afford the generator. I don't know, man. And he doesn't even have the, oh, wait, that's an absolute nightmare. He does not have the access to grenades. No grenades on the side of Balchier Roshan. Balchier is just trying to do some base race. Good shout. He cannot fight Simile in a straight fight. Speaking of Simile, finally hitting tier 2, will go for the priest.
Taking hits!
And that means satellite targeting resolution. And don't forget weapon specialization. However, Simile is definitely taking some damage in terms of the economy. Plus 80 to plus 30. Wanna go for this engagement by Balchier. No generators found. Okay, Balchier's gonna go for a little bit of a Hail Mary. Gonna destroy this listing post. Oh, wait a minute. If he gets these generators, he might actually have a good shout. But also, let's not forget, an armory going down would be a nightmare for Balchier Roshan. But he's gonna go for that machine cult. Gonna try and just keep on fighting. He needs to go for those generators. Absolutely. He cannot afford the generators just not going down. When he's going for this one, he absolutely needs to go for the generators. He might go for the tactical control, but it has really good armor and HP, so it's gonna be a little problem, I think. Okay, one servitor goes down, but the machine cult is up here. And Balchier still doesn't lose his armory. But once again, I don't think he has the economy to actually get any land speeders. Maybe he goes for the Hellfire Dreadnought, but he needs the vehicle cap to do so. Actually gets the rocket launches. Man, Simile is gonna lose his tactical control.
Position secure.
Yeah, and his garbage economy. Wait a minute, Simile. Don't throw this game. Dude, don't throw this game. You cannot afford that. Balchier Roshan is gonna try and get the Hellfire Dreadnought. It's gonna need some servitors because Balchier Roshan, like, Simile watches this. He cannot afford whatever's coming out of this machine cult. He absolutely needs to take this down. Balchier Roshan is gonna lose the machine cult, ladies and gentlemen. He cannot make this one survive. He does not have the vehicle cap increase, and the machine cult will go down in time.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Baltier Roshan, what can you hold on to? What hope do you got? You have lost every single point almost. You have 2 points, in fact. No, actually, you have these 2 strategic points, but no listing post has been found. A funny base race, and Simily's getting in here. He's had enough. He's gonna get in here, and he's gonna make Space Marines get absolutely blown to pieces. Scouts try to get in here, but it is too late. The scouts are gone, and everything is falling apart. But Baltier, 50 to plus 30. The game is over, and Baltier loses this one. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Baltier, you lost this mostly because of the map. You had better chances if you had the cross pick played out better. Cross pick matters. Simile, he did his thing. I don't like the early tactical control, I must admit. But then again, it wasn't so bad. I think Baltier Roshan, the strategy he went with was probably the best strategy he could go with. But then again, I'm just in general not a fan of this map. No matter what, there's no such thing as a good build order in this one against IG. It's just period done. There's nothing that you can do, in my opinion. Well, you can try and do the build order Baltier did, but just this map is just absolutely unplayable. Similarly, he did his thing, but now this means that there's only one Space Marine player left. And you know what? Simile is also the last IG player, except for Master Yoba, but we're talking about main IG players at this point. There's only one who will prevail. Is it going to be All-Seeing Eye gonna get the revenge for his very, very big pal here, or his friend Baltier Roshan, who got absolutely slaughtered? Or is Simile going to prevail? Let's get into it. All-Seeing Eye versus Simile. Let's go. Once again, guys, we got another cross pick here. Simile versus All-Seeing Eye. Let's see. I'm not going to repeat what I said in the Baltier Roshan versus All-Seeing Eye. All-Seeing Eye is absolutely no way getting Titan's Fall in this one. He permabans this one against IG, so there's no doubt in my mind. Let's get into it. All-Seeing Eye versus Simile. Let's go. So Simile bans out Meaning of Minds. I don't get this, I must admit, but he really doesn't like this map apparently. All-Seeing Eye gets the Titan's Fall out of here. Absolutely no way. Let's see here. Simile, he should get Outer Reaches out of here in Quest Triumph. We'll see though. Okay, so we got Deadly Fun Archaeology out of here. Looks like Simile doesn't like that map, at least in this matchup. Fallen City out. Makes sense. And then Outer Reaches finally gets dropped by Simile. He does not want to play this map. Absolutely not. Let's see, though. All-Seeing Eye. Battle Marshes is out. That's really, really good ban. I think Simile will ban Quest Triumph or Garvik's Imperial Ale. I don't think he feels comfortable on this one. All-Seeing Eye has been letting Shrine of Excel in. This might also be a sleeper pick. Let's see. I think All-Seeing Eye would rather play Tranquility's End than Shrine of Excellion, though. Let's see. So Shrine of Excellion actually gets banned by Simile. I will be real. I think this is absolutely a mistake by Simile. He should ban out like something like Quest Triumph, and just watch All-Seeing Eye just take away all the bad maps. No matter what, you get a really good map. So we'll see. It's not a horrific ban by Simile, but it's absolutely not a terrible map for IG. Let's see. All-Seeing Eye, I absolutely think he'll keep he'll ban Garvik's Imperial Ale, absolutely, because Blood River Quest Triumph is real. Sorry, he'll ban Blood River. Sorry, Garvik's Imperial Ale and Quest Triumph is probably the ones that he want to play. But let's see. I think we'll end up with Tranquilities or Garvik's. Let's watch. Yeah, Blood River is a no-brainer. Let's see what Simile is gonna do. This is a really good position by All-Seeing Eye. Absolutely. This is not a bad position. I think Simile does not feel comfortable on Garvix Imperial Ale. It's a theory, but I would imagine that's the case. And then Quest Triumph would be a super, super good ban for Simile, absolutely, instead. So he's going to ban out Quest Triumph and maybe Garvix Imperial. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not going to work like that. Let's see. Allseeing, he has to ban a map, and if I had to choose between, I'm not sure. Garvix Imperial Ale, it depends on what Allseeing's what he feels more comfortable with. Let's watch. Oh, sorry, Simile is gonna do. He bans out Quest Triumph. That is an absolute no-brainer. If I had to choose here for Allseeing, I would probably rather play Tranquilities, actually. But it depends on what he wants. And we end up with Tranquility's End. So Tranquility's End, it's going to be the map that these guys are going to fight it out with. Let's get it. And guys, here we are. Allseeing versus Simile 15 on Tranquility's End. IG favorite map, but it's not like crazy. There is some good cap orders that I think you can do as Allseeing in this one. But maybe we're going to see it. So, on the bottom side, we got Simile XV, an absolutely amazing IG player. He has done some crazy stuff, and it has been an absolute pleasure watching Simile in this one. But we're going to see if we're going to say goodbye to him, because Simile is no joke in this matchup. We've seen him crush 2 Space Marine players so far. He starts on the bottom side with an opening, which is Guardsman, Tech Priest, and then a third Guardsman. We'll go for the Infantry Command Plasma Generator with a Command Squad. On the top side, we got Allseeing. He opens up with 4 Scouts. He can absolutely get a good decap and good push with the Scouts. He's going to attack on several fronts, and he's going to get some good map control. A little bit downside, getting the Force Commander. Obviously, Space Marines is better at, like, sort of better at handling a Command Squad that runs around. We're gonna see, though. See, so looks like Simile actually goes for the outer points first. Very, very interesting. Maybe he's gonna go very offensive from the get-go, and then leave one Guardsman squad left at getting the points. Let's see. Already on the move. Allseeing taking the first engagement. But the Command Squad is already ready, and Simile can absolutely try and just defend this one. He's gonna get the listening post out. Oh, he canceled this one. Almost a decap from Allseeing. Did not work out for him. Now the Servitor is gonna get focused. Listening post is very close to being finished from Allseeing. He finishes it. Scouts are trying to buy some time. That's a very good shout. Very, very good way to play. Oh, Allseeing has found a little bit of an Achilles heel for Simile, hasn't he? Okay. However, Allseeing is under siege. Force Commander is out. And he's trying to defend himself against these Guardsmen. Guardsmen are definitely trying to be a little bit offensive. Yeah. First, Space Marine squad is getting out. Now Simile is very much in trouble. He needs to run absolutely. He cannot stay here. And look what Allseeing is going to do. He's absolutely going to decap this one. But Simile probably can defend himself out of here. Maybe we'll get the decap. We're going to get the decap. Simile should absolutely try and kill these scouts. And we also have a fight over here. Nice by Allseeing. He found the Achilles heel, and he absolutely punishes Simile for this one. One scout squad is definitely worth, or one scout, not scout squad, but model, I should say. Allseeing is in here capturing this critical location. He can easily win against these 2 models, or 3 models by Guardsmen. Allseeing is playing the harass game really very well. He's not going to get in here again. I think it's too big of a risk. He is capturing the critical location. Guardsmen taking so much damage. Simile is definitely needing to get out of here. Meanwhile, the Command Squad is not playing around. Gonna get in deep. Force Commander is definitely taking some damage. Allseeing trying to recover. 56 to +10 for Simile. God-awful economy. 74 to +0 for Allseeing. Gonna try and do a little bit of a fight. Command Squad is very healthy. It's only the Priest that's very low, which could be very crucial. But Simile is going super offensive. Priest is so close to going down. The Priest will absolutely get killed. No! Simile gets out in time. That's crazy. Plasma generator being built by All Seeing Eye. A little bit of an awkward position, but that's because he has the builders down here. Good defense by All Seeing Eye. Plus 80 to plus 10 for All Seeing Eye. He's gonna get that second generator, actually. Scout squad gonna get found, but who found who? Simile is definitely taking way too much damage for my taste. Try to disrupt this, try to cancel this listing post. Maybe he wants to upgrade this one. Yeah, it makes sense to get upgrade listing post for sure. And All Seeing Eye has to take and hold. That is super important in this matchup. You don't want to go on the offense as All Seeing Eye because the defenses of Simile is way too strong in this matchup. Looks like Simile has found the generators, but he has also been hunted down by the Space Marines army. Nicely done. Good defense by All Seeing Eye. Don't mess around with All Seeing Eye. Let's see. Is it going to be the last IG player, or is it going to be the last Space Marine player that survives in this one? Can actually get this, yeah, gonna catch this decap. It's gonna keep on capturing. I like that he goes for the orc. I don't know what the hell this is. Going for the orc banner. This is heresy. Let's see what Simile is gonna do. Horde generator. That's crazy by All Seeing Eye. He's going eco heavy. 97 to plus 30. Yeah, Simile is gonna get that tactical control into a tier 4. Tier 2, tier 4. Jesus Christ. But he has a really bad economy coming into it. Crucial decap. Will we still hold on to the take and hold? I think All Seeing Eye might be able to capture it in time. It's very, very fast decap on the side of IG, but it's not enough. Simile is gonna have another go, but All Seeing Eye has found his army. Gonna try and kill Simile. Simile needs to get out of here. The take and hold situation keeps on being a problem for Simile. Third generator. Upgrading the listing post. Simile is definitely trying to get better economy. That's an absolute slaughter of these guardsmen. Damn, Simile is just getting completely outplayed on every single part of the map. He's definitely trying to go in and do some damage at All Seeing Eye. But look at All Seeing Eye's economy. Look at his tech. He's gonna get the chaplain. Armory is already in here. Crack grenades. Machine Cult is on its way. Good decap though by Simile. He absolutely needs to get this decap off. But All Seeing Eye is not gonna make him just do this for free. Oh, All Seeing Eye, don't have your Force Commander overextend. This is too much damage for you. Good decap by Simile. Absolutely cool that he gets it. That's crucial. Okay, can we get the globals here for Simile? No, we can't. His power economy is absolutely god-awful. It's not god-awful, but it's not good enough. Packet resolution getting in here. Simile has the economy for weapon specialization. He needs that badly, but All Seeing Eye is so ahead. He's gonna get the smoke launchers. And look at the... Oh my god, that's a heavy investment in All Seeing Eye's heavy bolters. Oh, Simile, are you ready for this engagement? Are you ready for an absolute slaughter? I don't think you are. All Seeing Eye is not playing around. What is that upgrade? Okay, second bionic is getting in. Straight up stun from the get-go. Nice, absolutely nasty shout. And these guardsmen are getting absolutely obliterated. Watch this command squad just get completely destroyed. No joke. Everything is falling apart for Simile. And weapon specialization came in. But it doesn't matter when all your upgraded guardsmen just got the F out of here. No grenade launchers on the side of Simile. And he's gonna get absolutely obliterated. Look at this firepower on the side of All Seeing Eye. Simile. Man, that's a bad situation, dude. Mechanized command. Trying to get out of here.
Sir, yes, sir.
battle armor for Simile. He definitely needs that. All-Seeing Eye, he needs a little bit of AV. He needs the Tempest, I think. Gonna get another Space Marine squad. Interesting choice. Maybe he's gonna go for the rocket launchers, but no! No, All-Seeing Eye is like, where's them guardsmen at? I'm gonna get heavy bolters, and I'm gonna murder you for days. Good engagement once again by All-Seeing Eye. He's not playing around. This listening post will once again be absolutely destroyed. Simile, his economy is falling apart. 68 to plus 40. It's gonna be 62 to plus 40. And the Taken Hold is coming in. All-Seeing Eye is absolutely... like, I think he's gonna take this, ladies and gentlemen.
You have chosen wisely.
Okay.
Objective secured.
The All-Seeing Eye, he's getting out in the negative cover, but it looks like he doesn't give a damn. Oh, Simile, how are you gonna escape this one? Nice pathing! Straight up blocking these guardsmen. I think All-Seeing Eye is a little bit careful with just doing too much pathing. Even though Definitive Edition is way better when it comes to vehicle pathing, it's not completely gone. 68 to plus 40. All-Seeing Eye is trying to get more and more army. What is this heavy bolter city by All-Seeing Eye? What the hell, dude? Simile is just like, I'm gonna get them vehicles, and All-Seeing Eye is, I'm not gonna give an F about that. What the hell? All-Seeing Eye, he needs, like, his economy is amazing. 116 to plus 40. He needs the Tempest. Once again, another engagement. Simile is getting out of here, dude. Oh my god, it's damage. Simile calls it. That's a GG. Man, holy.
6 minutes until Taken Hold victory.
What? All-Seeing Eye just slaughtered Simile. It's not like Simile didn't fight. Simile went in here. Simile got in and tried to fight it out by All-Seeing Eye, but All-Seeing Eye went heavy Bolter City, and he was like, bro, I don't care about your vehicles. I'm gonna murder you.
I accept the challenge.
Smoke launchers, by the way. Big shout out to the smoke launchers. Reducing a lot of damage on the side of IG. It's very important you get the smoke launchers in this matchup because it can reduce a lot of damage, and also it's gonna save lives absolutely. Once again, All-Seeing Eye just dominated the map. It's not supposed to happen in this matchup. I'm not gonna go into it. We have one last matchup, and even though All-Seeing Eye, he's the best Space Marine player potentially in the whole world, in the server right now. But I feel bad for you, All-Seeing Eye, because I know who's waiting for you. Let's get it. All-Seeing Eye going up against Dantist. Let's go. Okay, guys. Let's have a talk. Why is it that this situation for All-Seeing Eye is god awful? Well, it's because Dantist is playing, obviously, his signature chaos. And Nate Colt is in here. All-Seeing Eye has to go up against Dantist in a very bad spot. And I'll just be real. There is no good map for All-Seeing Eye. Now, there are less horrific maps. All-Seeing Eye wants to go for heavy cover maps because that's the best shout against Nate Colt. So I guess, like, Meeting of Minds, I guess Shrine of Excellion, you can't go for Blood River. Dantist is just gonna go super aggro, and you cannot defend against that. Like, Quest tried Outer Reaches and Meeting of Minds. And even that, like, there's no such thing as a good map. There's a couple of reasons. One, even if he goes for these maps, he can't be 100% that Dantist is actually going Nate Colt. Now, he can be 90% sure, but there is no way. So the thing about this matchup is the best approach against Nate Colt, and I know All-Seeing Eye feels the same, is a generator and Force Commander and 3 scouts. But that is the worst opening you can do against Raptors. Against Raptors, you want to go at least one Space Marine squad into a Force Commander and then a second Space Marine squad. I think the best way to approach that is double Space Marines if you know the Raptors are coming and no generator. But that is probably the worst opening you could do with Space Marines. I think the middle ground is 4 scouts, but even that one is a little bit iffy. We're going to see in this one. Olsing-Eye, let's see how he's going to approach this. So Olsing-Eye, he's starting with Blood River. Obviously, Blood River is absolutely god-awful. You don't want to play that map. Dantis is just going to murder you straight up. It is probably the worst anti-Space Marine map in this matchup. It is god-awful, trust me. Quest Triumph banned by Dantist. That is the best the best idea from Dantist. No joke, obviously. Actually, Olsing-Eye bans out Shrine of Excellium. I think he's too afraid of Turret Rush, but I think Shrine of Excellium might be the one over there. But I don't know. Olsing-Eye, I don't even know what the hell he's supposed to do. Let's see what Dantist is gonna ban. Dantist should ban out the Oh no. I don't think Dances actually give a damn. Okay, he's gonna ban Outer Regions. That's good because heavy cover, really good against the Nate Cold. You want to ban Outer Regions and Titan's Fall, and I don't know. You want to ban every single map from Olsing-Eye. He's gonna ban out Titan's Fall. It looks like. I don't know, man. Like, okay, Battle Marshes. See what Dances is gonna go with. Fallen City actually being banned out by Dantist. Yeah, I think scouts can move really well on Fallen City, but I mean, Dantist has a luxury problem. He's just like, which best map can I choose? I think Olsing-Eye should get Deadly Fun Archaeology out of here, but he goes for the Titan's Fall. That's a good idea. Oh man, this is rough. But if there's one guy who can actually go up against Dantist, it's Olsing-Eye. Garvix Imperial Ale, good ban by Dantist. I think that is the least good map that you can get. It looks like we're approaching some Deadly Fun Archaeology, maybe Tranquility's End. I don't know, Medium Minds is not a bad... shit, I'm not sure. Deadly Fun Archaeology, I would absolutely get that the hell out of here for Olsing-Eye. Let's see, though. Yeah, Deadly Fun Archaeology. I think Dances will ban, I don't know, Medium Minds? We're gonna see. Okay, so Medium Minds it is. Olsing-Eye, you have to bring your A game. Let's go. All right, guys. Now, the last game. This is going to be the absolute biggest task for Olsing-Eye. If he wins this one, he might get top 4 in this tournament. But it's gonna be an absolute nightmare. So, Dances is gonna play his signature Chaos. Let's see what Dances' opening is. Probably Nate Cold, but he could do a cheeky Raptor, but he's not doing that. Okay, so 3 Cultists, left-hand side. Dances is starting. He's gonna go for 3 Cultists, a Heretic, and then 2 Cultists. Looks like a little bit of a Turret Rush opening. Chaos Armory and the Plasma Generator. On the right side, let's see what Olsing-Eye is doing. So he's gonna go for 4 scouts. I think I said that as well. That might actually be the best opening. Interesting that he captures this outer point. Does he expect that he's gonna lose this point anyway? So he's just like, okay, I might as well get these points as fast as possible. We're gonna see. Olsing-Eye is 100% getting the Force Commander. With this opening, you have to go Force Commander. Not you have to, but it's the best way to go about it. And especially if the guy goes Nate Cold, that's for sure.
Position secure.
Okay, Nate Cold is already getting in.
Defending objective.
Can absolutely decap, or see if you can decap this one. But it's gonna be impossible actually now that I'm thinking about it. This is too much damage from these cultists.
Position secure.
Olsing-Eye is gonna try and absolutely get this one out of here, but Dances is just too fast. There's no way he's gonna let him decap this. And even if he tried Olsing-Eye, he's gonna get murdered.
Defending objective.
Yes, Lord.
Okay, Olsing-Eye is gonna get his listing post up. Force Command is not even out, and this heavy bolter turret is gonna be built.
Here to serve.
Also, I can't even finish this listing post. What am I watching, dude?
I command
What am I
in the name of the enemies
watching?
of the Emperor still draw breath. There can be no peace.
Dantist is gonna go so aggressive. It's gonna be so hard for Olsingai. Olsingai needs a little bit more disengagement so he can hit the cultist without having this heavy bolter turret hit him.
Is my shield.
Okay, Olsingai is gonna get denied as well on the relic. Let's look at Dantist. Plus 50 to plus 10. He's going super ham and also delaying his economy slightly. I guess this heavy bolter turret is gonna get focused by Olsingai, but look at his course commander. Olsingai needs to tie up this cultist squad with one of his scout marines. Maybe he can actually do that. But look at this. The heavy bolter turret actually goes down. I don't know why the skull probe was in here. Man, Olsingai is gonna get that generator. It's gonna be so brutal. But at least Olsingai is gonna get this capture here. He has closed in on relic and the turret went down. And Dantist's economy is not as amazing. 62 to plus 10. He has gone very offensive in this one. Down in the heavy cover is going to help him a lot. But oh my god, the damage on Olsingai's force commander. He's going snipers. Oh my god, but Olsingai, look at his force commander. Snipers. Interesting choice by Olsingai. When we saw this matchup where Scouty went up against him, Nate called as well on BAD Cup 4, or was it 3? I can't remember.
Scouts in position.
Or maybe I'm missing something. I can't remember which tournament it was. But when he did that, he actually went snipers up against Scouty.
Yes, my lord.
Rebuilding his force commander though.
Scouts
Not getting any of these sniper rifles. 86 to plus 10. Olsingai actually has a little bit of a better economy, but he's gonna need that. Slightly better economy. It's the same at this point.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Not going for the sniper rifles. Did he cancel the sniper rifle? The sniper training? Okay, looks like Dantist is gonna look for anything like generators. Maybe he's gonna see if there's a tier 2. Obviously there's no tier 2, but he's gonna see if Olsingai might actually go for tier 2. Olsingai is just... He's gonna try and just kill whatever he can. Dantist needs to get a little bit disengagement. Oh my god. All these scouts are just clumped up. Oh no, this is gonna be a nightmare for Olsingai. Look at this absolute slaughter of his scouts. Finally gonna get the third plasma generator, but these scouts took way too much damage, and Dantist is once again denying this point. Olsingai's 86 to plus 20. Dantist is approaching tier 2, and look at his economy. Approaching plus 30 in power, 98 to plus 10 as of now. So, tier 2 coming in for Olsingai. This matchup is god-awful even in tier 2. Usually the approach for Olsingai would be something like Linespeeder Tempest, but you can't go for the Librarian. But you need rocket launchers then. Rocket launchers against the vehicles from Dantist. Let's see. Olsingai going a little bit deep. Oh my god. As a Space Marine player, I'll just be real, guys. This is so painful to watch. But Olsingai is definitely fighting back. Definitely trying his best. He does finally secure this point, actually, but he's gonna go for the machine cult. He's not even thinking about this listing post as of now. Might I just go for a servitor just to secure this and then still finish the machine cult? He's gonna do that, actually. Once again, force commander down in the heavy cover, but we saw last time this happened, but he's full HP. That's a better position. Dantist has his machine cult, so he's tier 2.5. He's gonna go for the Hellions for sure. Needs a little bit more power, but Dantist is obviously doing that. He needs power because very expensive vehicles for sure. Gonna go for the vehicle cap once again. And Tempest. Now, you might be thinking, yes, Olsingai got that tier 2. But Linespeeder Tempest, are gonna get eaten for breakfast by these Hell Talons. But All Seeing Eye might outplay a little bit on Dantist. All Seeing Eye has been playing really well, by the way. Very, very well. But now the Force Commander is gonna get caught off guard by this Hell Talon. Hell Talon has really good commander damage, and Force Commander might actually be bounced. Needs to get out. Down in the heavy cover for the Force Commander. That's good. Heretic is trying to build this thermal plasma generator. All Seeing Eye is gonna get really good power eco. And this Force Commander is less than 50% HP. And now stealth detection is needed very badly as well. He's gonna get the scope probe in. Okay, this Hell Talon has taken some damage. More Landspeeder Tempest as well. This Landspeeder Tempest is definitely gonna deal some damage to this Hell Talon. Dantist has to disengage actually. 104 for All Seeing Eye. This is amazing economy. But Dantist, that's even better economy. All Seeing Eye is fighting back. I love it. He must be looking for a thermal plasma generator. He's building the heavy bolter turret. That's bold. It's very, very bold. All Seeing Eye needs to disengage though. And now the problems are gonna start for All Seeing Eye. Several Hell Talons will be super, super problematic for him. Will he go for more vehicle crap increase? Yeah, he's gonna go for Landspeeder Tempest all day long. But once again, this power generator is very, very powerful for Dantist.
6 minutes until taken hold victory.
Landspeeders, once again, very heavy damage. Okay, Landspeeder taking way too much damage. If All Seeing Eye stays, he doesn't. 3 Hell Talons. I actually think 3 Hell Talons, if they're not clumped together, they'll actually win against 5 Landspeeder Tempest. Think about that. But now they're clumped together, so the splash damage is very real. Nicely done by All Seeing Eye. He's fighting back, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing. All Seeing Eye getting the scout infiltration. Yo, he's just going for creativity beyond belief. And he's going for the sniper rifles. Okay, All Seeing Eye has problems though. He want to get the thermal plasma generator, but he want to get the F out of here. Horrors are gonna kill in, and the first Landspeeder Tempest is going down. More Hell Talons for Dantist. He's gonna get the vehicle cap increase though. He's gonna need it at least. 4 Hell Talons, bro. What is going on? All Seeing Eye is gonna try and compete with the sniper rifles.
We are taking fire.
More vehicle cap increase for Dantist. He's just gonna spam Hell Talons for days. Good damage, but the Hell Talon does not go down in time. Dantist wants to fight it out with these Landspeeder Tempest. Will All Seeing Eye get more of them? I think he has to. 92 to plus 20. Lost a lot of eco, All Seeing Eye, that is. So many generators went down. Listing post also went down. He's gonna try to go for the horror production. With the sacrificial circle going down, that would be huge. Dantist finally getting the sorcerer. Look at this. Oh my god, that's 5 Hell Talons. Bruh, what is this? Force Commander is not gonna survive this. I don't care how you spin this around. He cannot survive this. All Seeing Eye knows it. He's not even trying to run. All Seeing Eye is just trying to get out here with a bang. If he can win against Dantist, that'll be the sickest comeback of all time. Level 2 Bionics. All Seeing Eye, he's just trying to invest a lot in these scouts. Could get some good damage. Look at this one shot though. Oh, nice. But he needs to do it for the horrors as well. Oh no. This armory going down would be a nightmare for All Seeing Eye. He cannot have the cracked grenades. or crack missiles. Did wipe these cultists. Horus will be the next target. Again, another plasma generator. What is... Sorry, guys. Good disruption by Dantis, though. Again, Olsing-Eye tries to desperately get the thermal plasma generator as he has 0 power eco. Looks like he's gonna try and do a little bit of a Hail Mary. He's gonna kill the sorcerer, potentially. Rebuilding the sacrificial circle. Actually going for the Predator. A little bit of questionable choice by Dantis. Yeah, that was a misclick. He's gonna get the Defiler instead. But look at his base, Olsing-Eye, that is. Oh my god, the Horus are getting absolutely destroyed, by the way, by the scouts, though. The scouts were sniping this Hell Talon. Olsing-Eye's gonna fight back, but he is needing that armory. This economy by Dantis is just insane, dude. Okay, Dantis a little sloppy with his Hell Talons, I feel like.
We are chaos. Chaos is strong.
74 to +10. Olsing-Eye's economy is really not good. He's trying to go for a take and hold, but Dantis can easily contest that. Once again, Hell Talons are just looking for generators, looking for a soft spot, and it's gonna be easy. But the Hell Talons actually want to disengage. This Defiler is definitely gonna be focused, and once again, the Hell Talons are gonna destroy the Landspeeder Tempest. Horus are trying to get in here. They are gonna get morale drop, but it's not enough. The Landspeeders, Hell Talons are gonna hunt them to the absolute end. There is nothing. Olsing-Eye cannot get crack missiles. That's why he's trying to get the armory. But is it too late? I think it is. Are we gonna snipe the Defiler? And it's gonna deal how much damage? Let's see. Okay, almost 200. Man, those snipers coming in clutch.
Yes,
Man. Olsing-Eye. The BG is very, very real. I don't know if this, by the way, is Pleiadi. Nah, I don't know, man. GG, man. Yo, Olsing-Eye, shout out to Olsing-Eye. He was fighting his heart out. I'm not gonna analyze this. You saw the absolute slaughter that happened. Dantis just, he's abusing a strategy that's very real in this matchup. Well played to him. Olsing-Eye, he was fighting his heart out, but it wasn't going to cut it against Dantis. Guys, without further ado, I say thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Next time, we're gonna go for the semifinals and the final in the winners bracket. Stay tuned for that one. See ya. Peace.